What's up, y'all? It's T-Turn. Today we're going to be looking at y'all's theories for the Indigo Disk and on Ku's riddle. So let's go. There are just 2 weeks until this DLC comes out. Static Legends. So this is about Ku saying that there are 25 static legendaries in the game, and apparently they're triggered by in-game items. So he says, what if we use those items on the time machine or dream machine in Area 0 and it summons the legendary to use? This totally sounds like something Pokemon would do, and I think it would kind of make for a cool animation. You know how in the Alola games you sit on the throne and someone fights you? In the same way, I imagine you go to the time machine, you put the book, and depending on what item you have, it just summons a certain legendary and fights you. That's not bad. You give Game Freak more credit than me. I said you just talk to some freaking mirror crystal in Area 0, and that's all your statics. That's just how it goes. Astro Type. So if it is Stella, Sutera type, then it'll probably get translated to Astro Type. This ain't bad. So this has to do with Ku posting this teaser where he's teased Terrapiece Stella or Stera, and because it's in Japanese, you can translate it different ways, and one way that can make sense is astral. And so this works because they don't have to use the same word in English and Japanese. Like poison is poison for us, and literally doku in Japanese. So Terrapiece Stella, since we know he's not upfront with the way he reveals things, maybe the Stella part he's taken from messing with the English way it's said. Even still, this is very weird. Stella? I mean, it's still a bit of a stretch to go to astral. I mean, wouldn't it be weird if since it's Terra with just Su in front of it, what if it was just called Super Terra? That's the 19th type, Super Terra. I'll still take Super Terra over Stella. That's like the name of my nephew. A really good cameo that could enhance the second DLC to even greater levels. Dangerous territory, my friend. Let's give Game Freak a shot. Freaking stop yelling at them. So he's saying, back in the day, we would get a returning character every once in a while, like a fan favorite, Cynthia, Looker, Wally, Grimsley, or Colress. So here's Sun and Moon. We got Red and Blue. I cannot believe they brought in Red and Blue. I was so hyped that day. And in hindsight, it's kind of obvious it was nostalgia bait, but I'll take nostalgia bait sometimes. Wally and Cynthia. See, this part was stupid. Why is Wally still a kid? Like, don't Red and Blue and Ruby and Sapphire take place alongside each other? Red is freaking 20 years older, Wally eternal youth? It would be great if, especially since we're near Unova, don't freaking bring Grimsley back. We've had enough of that, man. He looks so weird in 3D. But give us, like, some cool gym leader, like Drayden or Iris. But they're too high up there. You know what I was imagining? Imagine there was a cloaked person in the DLC, and he doesn't say much to you, but because he's got his hood up, you can't really see their face, right? And you don't really talk to them much. They're like Samson Oak. They just stand around the corner of Blueberry Academy chilling. And it's freaking N. I mean, where does he go? It has no relevance in the Indigo Disk. It's just a cameo. You know, N is chilling. Where does he go at the end of Unova? Why can't he be here? He has a life too. He can chill on Blueberry. But ever since Sword and Shield, it felt like the games were a reboot, and we didn't get any past characters or past lore until the Crown Tundra really came along and gave us legendaries. Nah, that don't count. Then Legends Arceus, despite being a very good game for lore and world building, had only Ingo. Now I'll take that still. Pokemon, they haven't cameoed in a while. Sword and Shield didn't have anything. So Ingo was very good. Even though, like, I didn't even really know Ingo. So this is what he's pointing out. Check out some of these reviews from people who played the Indigo Disk. The game's most challenging content to date. That's a lie. Oh, Scarlet and Violet's most challenging content. Dexerto, fresh challenges, returning characters, and thrilling new biomes. Returning characters. Now, the way it was worded here, it sounds like they just redundantly are talking about Scarlet and Violet characters coming back. It's the same game. Of course they're gonna return. Like, Namona's back. We still haven't left the generation. But yeah, these 3 people who played it, I think they just played an hour of the Indigo Disk, not the whole thing. So they wouldn't know too much about them. But he's given us one good example of a character that could pop up, which is Kieran. Whoa, what if he was a freaking teacher at Blueberry? Yo, that's not even bad. Blueberry is literally in Unova, so he gym leaders for a bit, then he teaches. That artwork back from Gen 5 days looks like he's a Blueberry teacher. Hey, Game Freak, you would make me pretty happy with that. So far, we only know Briar's a teacher, and then that one dude they showed in the preview is a teacher. That sucker looked good. The 19th type, he says, Ayo T-Tar, before the release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Ed Sheeran sang us the song Celestial. Oh, we all remember this. It played at the credits. So his theory is, what if Pokemon planned that whole song out because the theme of this game is Celestial? One, Tropius falls from some meteor, and two, its typing is Celestial. Celestial. Even still, Celestial does not fit Terraform. You tell me if he's wielding all 18 types at the same time, we're gonna call that Celestial? Yeah, there's like stars in the picture of Heat's vision of Terraform, but there's very little to do with like extraterrestrial objects aside from the meteor. But legit, like Crystal, Rainbow, or Omni, Super Terra, they make more sense. 19th type, Astral Refracting. Hey T-Tar, the ideas I have aren't much, but to begin with, I think the 19th type should be referred to as Astral or Refracting type. If I were to take a wild guess, I don't think it'd be Refracting. It's like a too complicated word. Astral does work, but it's very weird. Unless we learn a backstory to Terraform's power, and it's totally celestial. It's pretty much like a Jirachi. Came from the stars, it's always like Zen mode in the stars. Even if like we saw the way it fought, if when it like sent attacks at you, it had like this starry pattern to it, then I guess it could work. Oh yeah, Dream type. But I swear, Dream type, Rainbow, Crystal, they fit so much better with what we know so far. Master Ball Dream Theory. So this one is talking about why Ku is telling us that we can't look at the Master Ball the same way after this game. He says, what if Kieran finds Tropius and gets it to make his wish of controlling Rio, so Tropius makes him new Pokeballs like the ones Mewtwo used in the first movies to capture already caught Pokemon or people. So obviously the games don't have to be consistent with the movies, but in the same light, if Tropius made these new like dream balls, isn't that already called something? All right, Astro Balls. And the reason Ku says we won't look at a Master Ball the same way is because the Master Ball is no longer the best performing ball, which is pretty valid. I mean, it's a pretty simple answer, but when you look at the Master Ball, you think of it as just like, it's perfect. But the moment Pokemon introduces something better than the Master Ball, the Master Ball now just feels like kind of perfect. I guess we kind of have the Origin Ball from Legends, but that doesn't really count. We don't have it in modern days. So if there was this Astro Ball that was given to Kieran by Tropius and it has capabilities beyond even the Master Ball, that works. This is also much better than just saying Tropius enhanced the Master Balls. It sounds fake. Something's wrong with that. But Tropius making an entirely new set of balls for Kieran, that sounds pretty good. Last theory about Kieran stealing Koraidon and Miraidon. Alright, so Ku tweeted, what will he snatch from you this time? We don't get our Pokemon snatched. This is a Pokemon game. So the only candidates are Koraidon and Miraidon, because they're not actually our Pokemon. We can't trade them outside the game. They have that freedom to be like stolen by Kieran. So that was our theory going in. If he steals anything, it's our Koraidon and Miraidon, which is kind of sad. I think I have a bit of a solid theory that may or may not prove that not only does he steal Koraidon and Miraidon, but actually gives it their Terrasto form. So Ku said that not only does Kieran return, but he is fully armed. He does say that, as right here. And it's been leaked, though unconfirmed, that the two legendaries get Terrasto forms. Unconfirmed, of course, but the Teal mask has code to show that Koraidon and Miraidon have room for getting Terrasto states. So Kieran might still harbor resentment for the fact that he never got to be friends with Ogerpon. You might? This sucker, he's gonna kill me. Freaking might. So maybe, just maybe, since you took Ogerpon away, he's gonna take Koraidon and Miraidon away and infect them with Dokutaro's toxic chains, giving them their Terrasto forms. That would be insane! See, what's in the code doesn't tell us what Terrasto states they do get. Could you imagine that the actual Terrasto states we end up getting, they have freaking toxic chains? See, because so far, we don't know much about these Mega Evolution like Terrasto states. All we have is Ogerpon, which has a special case because she got a bunch of masks made for her. And then it would seem like we have Terraform, who when it's in its Terrasto form, though the wording is confusing, and this guy goes into his Terrasto state, you get the Heat form. So yeah, that looks like a clean transformation. And Ogerpon's is clean as well. But especially since we know nothing about Dokutaro, and especially since it hunted the Ogerpon and Dude because they had the Terra Orbs, if Dokutaro is hunting Terra crap because it uses Terra power as well, imagine Koraidon and Miraidon only have evil Terrestrial states. Could you imagine it makes Koraidon fighting poison and Miraidon electric poison? Not because I want them to be that, but it would almost be like they missed the point of what they are. Because they're supposed to be like these dragon kings, and Kieran's just messed them up. See, he infects them with Dokutar's toxic chain, then gives them their terrestrial states, claiming that he's a better trainer, as he not only controls a super strong Pokemon, but also unlocked a brand new super powerful form. So he should be Koraidon and Miraidon's trainer. Hey, I'm for this. This is dangerous territory for Game Freak, you know, making us lose our ride Pokemon. What if we leave Blueberry Academy? We can't explore like we used to? So maybe this will all have to happen in like a locked area. Like all within some part of Area 0, you can't leave until you complete the story. But this works with a lot of Kieran's motivations. He wants revenge on you. He wants to prove he's stronger than you. This is a good way to prove that. Go back to Ku's tweet. What will he snatch from you this time? And then Ku saying, after reading everyone's expectations for Kieran, that will be extremely hyped with this story in the Indigo Disk. And as for how that battle could play out, okay, we'd have to beat up our own Koraidon and Miraidon, which is sad. Oh my god, I'd probably beat it up with the bully. So I guess we would beat the Koraidon and Miraidon, and then it would like come to its senses and be like, no, I love this trainer. And then we get the item to trigger that. This one is good, y'all. All right, make sure y'all shank that like button and let me know more thoughts in the comments. Keep sending me your theories. Y'all, 2 weeks. We about to see how much of any of these theories is real in just 2 weeks. I'll see y'all there. Take care.